Do you see, it says monthly membership meeting, like a agenda kind of a thing?
Nope.
No, that's the wrong answer.
Negatory, good buddy.
That is the wrong answer. Now, come on, guys. Oh, I know why. Hold on. There's two steps to this. So that's screen number one.
Yeah, you've got it on the wrong screen, huh? You got it on the wrong monitor.
What I have, oh, they changed
They changed it in Zoom. You get the pop-up, you click the monitor, then you have to click the green share button at the bottom of that window, and then it
Okay,
works.
now we got it.
And before here, I ran there to get a quick bite before the meeting. And I couldn't find the sandwiches. I know exactly what I wanted. I wanted to get in, get the sandwich, get in line, pay for it, get in the car, come back. And I couldn't find it. And I made that same complaint to the cash register person. I said, why is everything never in the same place? So it does get confusing. But we'll try to keep things on the straight and level here. So that's what we're looking at. Okay, the meeting of the Hazel Park Amateur Radio Club Board of Directors for August 27th, 2025 is called to order.
As we look ahead, there are a few important items for the club to consider. First, we'd like to explore using the Hazel Park Library Meeting Room for educational classes, alongside other possible locations such as Madison Heights. Offering more structured training will strengthen our membership and community outreach. We also want to recognize longtime members who have gone above and beyond in service to the club. Their contributions far exceed dues, and we should discuss options like lifetime membership or annual recognition. Finally, there's growing support to create a monitoring committee where members would log unusual or noteworthy activity on the bands. This would be a great way to engage more members, promote awareness, and add value to our operations. These three topics, education, recognition, and monitoring, can help shape the future direction of HPARC. Script. Here are the 2025 Hazel Park Amateur Radio Club board members. Leading the club as president is Joe Rasnick, WB8ADX. Serving as first vice president is Len Perkins, AD8FK, and as second vice president we have Andrew Johnson, AJ5WX. Our treasurer, keeping us financially sound, is Bob Lauer, N8REL. Handling communications and records as secretary is Reuven Gevaryahu, KB3EHW. Serving as parliamentarian, ensuring we follow proper procedure, is Hugh Boyle, KE8BD. And rounding out the team is our director, David Raftery, W8U. Together, this dedicated group provides leadership, guidance, and support to keep HPARC strong and moving forward into the year ahead.
Do we have a quorum is my next question. So for a quorum, it means we need a minimum of 4 people here, 4 people on this list. Andrew is here. Andrew. Reuven is here, so that's 2. Bob, thanks for joining. Hugh. All right, but that's 4, right? Okay, so we're good. Our parliamentarian, Hugh, I'm sure will sign off and say this is an official meeting. Okay, so just to review, I know it's been a while. We've been away for about 3 months, so here's just some of the components that make up the club: the finance committee and the education committee, which we have some breaking news that we'll get into here shortly. Mentoring with Len, contesting. Field day committee there, job well done. We're hoping that at the September meeting we're able to have like kind of a recap on how field day went. And if you have photos, please send them in. I'd love to put them in the slide, and we'll find a place to put them where everybody can access them. The media group. Well, this is an issue right now right now. Our webmaster and our Facebook, we have to kind of get a hold of that, and we're looking for volunteers there. The repeater committee, that again will be reviewed here shortly. John, AA8UU, I understand is back in town, so we're looking forward to starting to move ahead there. The election committee, we're a little bit ahead of ourselves, but we've got to figure that out. Bylaws and handbook. Siren check. It is Mike. Banquet committee. So, are we going to have a banquet this year? Something to keep in mind again, where it's far in advance, but just some of the things that'll be on the docket. There's a swap meet committee. Well, okay. We're not sure what we're doing there, but it doesn't look like we have any activity at the moment. And of course, the beloved picnic committee that did a terrific job, and the slide needs to be updated as well. So, and the party, the holiday party. So anyway, so those are some of the things to be thinking about there. So here, well, I have to say this. When I first joined the club, and the very first time I did the teaching, for the technician class, I worked with Jerry, and it was uplifting. It really gave me a great feeling to be part of the club and being welcomed. And so with that, let me just hand it to Jerry. You wanna join in here? Can you kind of explain what the difference is, the way that the testing was done and the way that it's going to be going in the future?
Okay, right. Well, for many years, heavens, back in the 80s, I was doing novice classes for one of the high school districts for novice classes. Very easy stuff, except I had to teach Morse codes from 0 words per minute up to 5, which it worked out fine. Problem is, we had been using paper questionnaires. We graded the answer sheets with templates and all that sort of stuff. And it used to take an awful long time to get all that stuff processed. In the last couple of years, the ARL started automating things. And what I had been doing for the last 2 years, we would photocopy or scan all the results and send them to ARL. Within a couple of days, everything was taken care of. Now we got the announcement that ARL is getting out of the paper business. I guess if we wanted to, we could print up our own questionnaires and all that sort of stuff, question pools, and what they're recommending is that all the clubs transition over to exam tools, which means that we would have to get into buying tablets, maintaining them. Let's go back a little history. The Flints were doing the exams. They were being transferred to California, and they appealed for someone to take over the VE session.
Mm-hmm.
After listening to them for about 6 months with no response, took it over, and I was doing it since. So we had a lot of experience, and we've got a good team going. Now, 2 things are happening. Number one, transition over to electronics, and number 2, we're not sure of the venue right now because the HPARC Rec Center, where we've been doing all this for so long, is being torn down and rebuilt in the next year or so. We have an offer from Southfield EOC, but the problem with the Southfield EOC is that we are eligible to be preempted. If they have a meeting or something of that sort, we can be tossed out, and that's not good for doing VE exams where you have a fixed schedule. Right. So those are the 2 difficulties. The next exam that we would have to transition to electronics would be our February 1st, or the first week in February exam. So we have some time, A, to find some people, and B, to take it over, and B, to find a venue. So that's pretty much what's going on.
The work that you've done up until now has really, really not only helped the people and the club, but I mean amateur radio in general. But if we could count the number of people that received, that became licensed because of the classes, I think.
I understand, Joe.
Yeah.
Well, the story is back in 2014, 15, and 16 to get Lawrence Tech. We well, their club license was about to be well, it was expired. 2 years were almost up, and I went through some pretty big efforts to set up a radio club and find a trustee and get the license. And I had been working with one of the professors to get classes.
Yeah, aren't we off topic here a little bit? What Jerry is retiring from is
Thank you.
the volunteer examiner function. Our classes now, are all on Zoom. So, we don't really need an in-person place for classes at this point.
And we weren't getting the numbers of people.
Thank you for all the work that you've contributed in this effort. And we will continue service through education. All right. Well, Jerry, thank you. Okay. Next, let's see what we have. So licensed courses. Bob, you can take a quick look here and let me know, is this still standing? Is this what we're doing?
Technician in general, yes, that's what the plan is right now.
Oh, okay. So the next thing, so our feature presentation for coming up for the year. So you can see very well thought out and organized here. And I think that these are the topics that really are, they're in the magazines now and online and so on. So September, printed circuit board design and fabrication, taking homebrew to the next level. So October, mobile installation tips, which is always handy, especially for the new folks there. November, grounding and bonding, very, very important. Very important, and a lot of interesting technology on that. December is digital voice on ham radio, internet linking and routing on D-Star, DMR, Wires X. That's us, right? We're Wires X. Brandmeister and TGIF, details and demos. So
I think this was one of the ones that I had put on my I'd like to hear a presentation about this. I don't know if there's actually any presentation written for this at this point.
Right.
Yeah, a lot of these are the ones to have. Right now, I think the only two that we have the actual presentation for is the PCB design and the 3D. I don't see the 3D printing on here. The 3D printing should be the September topic.
All right, so SDRs, something February. Okay, contesting. Well, that would be a good month to do that. February, that's the peak of winter and time to be in the shack. March, propagation. Shortwave listening in April and May, VHF, UHF microwave. And then June, we have hands-on, build a tape measure beams.
Joe?
Yeah, go ahead.
In your presentations, you might want to also keep in mind that maybe April and May, you're gonna have to set time aside for the elections too. So you can't have a presentation that takes the whole meeting.
Yeah, and also December tends to be the holiday.
Oh yeah.
December the holiday. Okay, great. Thank you for
There's
that.
there's no presentation in December except food. More food and lots of food.
Well, should there be something? I mean, something playing on the screen. I don't know. I mean, like the year in review or something. I don't know. Anyhow.
Or maybe have everyone send pictures of like their projects or shack or something in.
Yeah.
Do like a tour of everyone's shack or something.
Oh, that would be a great idea. Do like a montage so it like fades from a picture of one project to another, whether it's antennas or workbench circuitry or cabling, whatever it is. So
It's just that we won't have a presentation of digital
Right.
voice and stuff like that because we're going to be too busy eating and talking to each other.
And rightfully so. Yes. The point, oh, person to person, we have to talk to one another. Okay,
Yeah.
face to face.
I mean, and also June is not usually an actual meeting as well. I mean, the December through June I think we're just sort of cut and paste from that email of like ideas.
Yeah.
The order could get switched to like, and obviously we would need presenters for these. If we don't find a presenter, we don't have a
Yeah,
presentation.
that's the hard part.
Yeah, that's a hard part. Let me ask you this question though. I'm looking at June there, building a tape measure beam. I mean, what if we had an activity on field day, bring the kids and we have a table and they actually hands-on building stuff, maybe I don't know, something, who knows, and then we could, whatever. But I mean, there's enough RF around where you'll be able to pick something up.
Yep. Walk into Harbor Freight and get like 5-10 of these things, and
Yeah, there you go. Wow. Okay. All right. I think that'd be something to think about in the future. Now what is this? So somebody had Reuven. So Reuven, these are Reuven's ideas here. So internet linking, yes. D-Star, DMR, Wires X. So we had said that. The brand. Okay. Yeah. So it's I see what you're saying. So very similar.
It's the exact same. That's where I got 80% of the items from.
Well, that's great. That's good. That's a good, you know what? That's collaboration. You know what I mean? You take a good idea and you pass it on and it gets even a better idea and you pass it on and it becomes a fantastic idea. So way to go on that. All right.
Yeah.
And then
we're looking for someone for the SWL presentation. Our friend Bob here, I think, is the expert.
Oh, right, Bob. Yeah. I remember as a kid, I was like 12 or 14, seventh grade, whatever you are in seventh grade. But the first time, a family friend was moving out of town, so they had this like really old radio, and I listened to it. It had no BFO on it, so all I could hear is like AM stuff. But hearing Radio Moscow and a place called South Africa, where was that? I never even heard, didn't even know it. So yeah, it's shortwave listening is great.
Yeah, I was telling Bob back when I originally sent this email, like my first exposure to radio was shortwave listening, and that my dad had a radio receiver in the corner of his bedroom that he would listen to every day, because I mean there was no internet, there was maybe fax machines, but like he had a chart with where to tune the radio to at what time of day.
From Europe, Africa, that one place, that island right in the middle of it all, Cyprus, right in the middle of the Mediterranean there. So it's I think it's like equidistant, maybe off by a little bit, but equidistant from Europe, the Middle East, and Africa. So in the middle of the Mediterranean there.
And shortwave listening, what is DRM?
Digital radio monodale, I think it is. It's the digital voice mode that is most frequently used on shortwave, and so some receivers now can play it. But and there's a computer program called like WinDream or something like that that can play it. But I mean, any of the shortwave stations that have moved to digital are using DRM. I don't know, Bob. I see you're off mute. You're an expert on this more than I am.
It's like television. Remember on channels 2, channel 4, channel 7, channel 9, right? And then one day they totally changed all that, and it wasn't. FM is now all digital, so, and the different bands. So I guess it's that version in radio. Is that kind of the idea?
AM, like we have on the DART, to digital, like you have with DMR radio.
Right. So DMR is the current digital version of AM, I guess. Those stations there. Well, okay.
Cool. Thanks.
All right. Very good. Thank you, Reuven. This is from last year. So just I think about, so that we have this club inventory that needs to be thought about, and so that's an issue there. Get together WordPress training that gets to the web page, which we need a volunteer to be able to help us there with our web page. I think it's really important we keep it up to date. I mean, it's nothing like going to somebody's web page and it's like from 2 years ago. But listen, people are busy, they're working. I get it. What is this? Or format available? License classes, of course. We're service through education. I mean, that's the motto. So that the process, that's something that really we need to look at right away. I say top priority is the zero beat needs attention. It's our newsletter, but I wonder if that can all be combined. I mean, the news is the news, and a newsletter is just a different format, right? Or a different platform, I guess. So if all the platforms are consistent with the same information, somebody who's familiar with that sort of a thing would certainly be very helpful to us. And of course, the company store. So, hats, coats, sweatshirts, whatever, that'd be terrific. So these are just things that we talked about. Don't forget our video library index. John, I know you've been continuing to work on it. You want to bring us up to date?
Well, I got everything on YouTube up to date that I have. Right now, I'm kind of in the next couple of weeks, I'm kind of in a relearning process.
Right.
Because
Right.
The program I use to make the videos with, you had to merge it with Microsoft. And when I did that, it redid everything. I'm trying to find out where all my old videos in the formats are. So it's going to be a little bit of more learning process for me, but I'm going to keep it up to date. It's all in one place on YouTube. So,
Great.
if you can go from one to the other, and then also with the tags, if you just want to look at the presentations, you can, just list the presentations or the DART meetings that we've had or the general meetings. So I've tried to make it as easy as possible.
Okay. Of course, our air monitors, just make sure we're family friendly on the DART. The DART's family friendly is what we're basically saying. And just a reminder, but our two licenses, the W8HP is up in August 2020. And these are the people, especially here, the air monitors. And John, AA8UU, has done such a terrific job over the years. I mean, talk about a dependable, smart, and talented technical wizard. He's the guy. So we're very fortunate to have him. Okay, what do we have here? Microwave networking equipment. Oh, yeah. So we'll talk about that. At Field Day, we tried our microwave link, our point-to-point link. So we got a little bit more work to do on that. We were semi-successful. We were able to establish contact at closer range than we thought. And I think about maybe 3/4 of a mile or a half mile, but there are a lot of variables and a lot of things that need to be understood. But I think it was a great first start for that. The fusion repeater at the UHF site. So yeah, we need to look at all this stuff. I mean, and talk about where we're moving forward and set up an infrastructure here now that we have this fantastic opportunity to update the DART. So we're looking forward to that. Okay, just wanted to keep in mind here, Len, thank you. Don't forget at the end of last year or the winter, anyway. So these are some of the interests that this Hazel Park Amateur Radio Club membership survey results are. So in terms of where our interests are from our members, digital mode. So we were just talking about that, right? And using computers. And those are two really important skills to have. And it definitely, I think that is something we think about. Emergency training, of course. the POTA expeditions there to the parks, rag chewing. Okay, so we can do a little bit there. The volunteer examiner is now has been now promoted to the top of the list here. Then joining nets, mentoring, leadership, contesting and awards, used equipment. Oh, used equipment. I got a few slides. So let's go on to that, antennas and so on and so forth. Okay, what's next? Okay. Oh, emergency communications training. Okay, so we can talk about that. And if you're interested in the meantime, so go to the ARRL. They have a ton of information. This is the page there. If you put in the search engine, emergency communications training. Oh, field day. All right. So it'd be nice to, it'd be nice. Oh, well, okay. So field day. A few things happened on field day. Anybody has photos or photographs, again, please, if you don't mind, if we can gather them all together so we can document it and have a place, each year for all of our field days. That would be nice. So we have that, and this is what I was talking about. We tried with this link. We will continue, and we will become experts at this and get this up and running. Okay, field day. Photos needed, please. Okay, and I'll get with John AAAUU for his results and his take on how things went this year. And again, this year we were in Hazel Park, back at Scout Park. So it's like coming home.
I think you have my photos because I forwarded you or I added them to that Google album.
Did you? Okay. Okay, great. Thank you. So that's where just remind us how to get there again.
It's a shared album in Google Photos. So you should.
If we go to the webpage, the HPARC webpage, is there a link to it there somehow?
No. This is it's shared with the John here and to the other, and John Teagarden, and with you. It's just an album of mine in Google Photos that I shared with you guys.
Okay, great. All right, we'll check that out. Thank you.
I think I put a few pictures in there too, if I didn't forget to.
Did you? Oh, great, John. All right, thanks. Good. All right, so we'll put together a little something. It's nice to show the folks. Our meeting is September something, 10th, I think. I have it written down here. We'll come up on that. Again, to the rescue, Bill's Kitchen to the rescue. So photos for that as well. Photos needed, if you don't mind, and we'll make a nice thing to show the folks there as well. A nice summary there. The budget, Bob, I don't really need it now, but when you get it, I can update this and get the latest numbers in there. I mean, I don't know. Over the summer, not a lot happened, I guess. Well, field day, I suppose. Well, and the banquet. I mean the picnic. So whatever you have there.
Yeah, there's I don't think I sent out. Well, I don't remember, but I don't think I sent out July. But then really nothing happened in July. August, some stuff happened, because August we made some purchases for the repeater and we had the banquet. And the only other finance news is I have filed our annual IRS Form 990N, that required nonprofit annual form.
Oh, terrific. Okay, so we'll get that. Again, I just want to bring up this as a point. Really, we need some help here on the webpage. Mike did a terrific job. Followed both Mikes, Mike and Mike, N8VDZ or Mike KAW.
Actually, I should be able to log in and see because I'm pretty sure I'm an editor.
Yeah, it's got to be one of the. It's either Mike or Mike. The banquet, they're always great fun. They're a lot of work, but they're great fun. If we had one, it would be June 10th this year, 2026, right? So these are some suggestions, possibilities, whatever, but this will be a slide for the next, when is it, the 10th, for the first membership meeting there. the Hazel Park Amateur Radio Club online store, which, but we do have things for sale. So we still have, as far as I know, Len, correct me here if I'm wrong, but we still are selling both the FT747 and it's mating antenna tuner there. So we've got that. We also have, this was from Bob, I believe, right, Bob? I think this is yours. I looked it up online. It goes for about $50. I would have thought a lot more, but I don't know. That's what.
Actually, Ken 88M gave that to me, and that's way beyond that's way beyond my pay grade. So I gave it to you.
All right. Well, we'll take good care of it. It is an amazing. This is an actual photograph that I took of it, and it.
I have the 747 set up on the bench here now. So if anybody's interested, would like to hear it, that's interested in buying it, would like to hear it, I can transmit on it.
So okay. So we have our half-wave rectifier. Okay, our CE203. And we also have 4 of these. These are portable telephones that were donated to the club here. So there's those there that are going for about $15, and we have these handy talkies, which are in the 450 range, from 450 to 470. So that and which is this? This is 450 to 470. So. You can see that they're not actually in the amateur band, but here is the amateur band right here. So it's directly adjacent. So it's probably an easy tweak. So that's for sale. We got these great headsets. These are good headsets, by the way, for folks who have to wear them for a long period of time. And so that's what we have for sale. So we've got that as the inventory there. And so we want to figure that out. Also, badges, member badges. What are we doing?
I'll have to get with Marv and get some made up.
Right. What are you thinking on that? Just that. I mean, that's fine. But what are we thinking? These are 3 styles, the only styles that I was aware of. We don't know yet.
I don't know what if we can give people options. I don't know. The middle one has been a favorite, I think, of everybody, but
I would agree. I would agree. It does.
Maybe not that call sign, but we might change the call sign.
Right. But yeah, a second vice president. So that was back when Jerry and I were doing the classes together. So I was second vice president. Conditions on the ground have changed, to say the least. So we'll keep this in mind here.
I'd really like to see another Carhartt jacket.
Yeah, Aaron has the files for the embroidery machine for that one. So
Somewhere.
I don't think I'm ever going to lose weight, so I need one that's 2 sizes larger than the one I have now.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So what is sort of stopping us from going to, I don't know, Cafe Press or whatever, and just uploading our logo and setting up a store? I know that you don't make as much profit as you do if we do it the way we did it in 2019, where we order the jackets and stuff specifically. But if you just put a logo on the website and say, "Hey, on demand, print this stuff," we get a couple dollars per item.
Yeah, it's well worth it. And listen, even if there's a minimal margin on them, getting our name out there, having, the advertising alone, during events and so on, I think is good to have. And that bag in the upper right-hand corner, I think is pretty handsome. So
I like it.
Yeah. I mean, I think that those would be the things. So I think the thing stopping us, of course, is manpower. So again, we'll bring it up, and we'll hopefully generate some interest from our members and that. Okay, so finally, this is just some goals, our education. Of course, we always want to increase the number of finishers, contesting. Of course, we do field day, and it is a great event for us. Social media, the DART, remote access HF club station. I just envision, like at the library or at the probably at the recreation center there, having one of those closets and equipment in it with the antenna, and then as members want to use an HF station, have a decent tri-bander maybe on the roof or something like that. Again, membership records, yes, we need to get a handle on that and entered into the list.
I've been working on learning how to get into it, and made some progress. I contacted Brad and Mike to get some directions on them. I got a list of them here to put into it, and this is I like to be able to make contributions to it, like a newsletter. Just throw up ideas and stuff like that on there as well. So I'm trying to learn that program.
Are you talking about WordPress, like the website?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm trying to learn that WordPress. Yeah, little projects like Hugh and I was meeting at John's and putting up his horse fence antenna tomorrow. And bring your camera there, Hugh, and I think you might be able to get some interesting pictures, and maybe we'll write a story up and people will find that interesting. And I was impressed with that horse fence antenna that John showed me. It is a well-made system. I tried, home brewing one.
Right.
His is really nice, and you'll be impressed with it if you get a chance to see it. So we're anxious to get it up and check it out.
Got it.
Well, it's a multi-wire antenna,
Right.
Woven into a fabric. Concept there is the more surface area, the more ions will be emitted. It just releases more ions, and the higher the frequency, the more efficient. But we're going to set it up for 75 meters, and it should work well.
Yeah, and again, what's the name of it again?
Well, it's a horse fence antenna. I got the name because it's a kind of stuff they use to put in a horse ranch to keep the horses and cattle in. Thing is, making antennas, you can make them out of a lot of different stuff. Your imagination is your limit. My son-in-law gave me a whole roll of this stuff.
What a great idea.
The one John's got is commercial. It's well made, and it should perform well for him.
And that's a great idea for the webpage or newsletter, is stuff like that.
I'm actually going to get off 80 meters.
All right.
Get off 40 and 20 and whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
So we need to get that nailed down. And then also like that.
All right. So where were we here? Membership records, right? Public service, of course, bylaws. We just have a few minutes here. The handbook, it's still on here, but I know some good work was done and updating it. But the club is a living entity, right? So things are constantly changing, will constantly change. So something that we should keep our eye on so that the bylaws and handbooks stay current. And sponsorships, fine-tune the Amazon link. Okay, so we have an Amazon link. So that will remind the membership about that as well. All right, then finally, of course, it's nice to be back. They were out of electricity there for a little while, but we're back now at 12 Mile and DeQuinder. Our membership meeting September 10th. Don't forget, 7:30, be there or be square. And that's it. So thanks everybody. So take care, have a good week, and talk to you soon. Bye-bye.